Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome to Criminal News.
Keep your hands up. Don't move.
Los Angeles, California. In the early hours of July 29, 2024, around 3:20 a.m., West Los Angeles Division officers responded to a burglary call on the 2600 block of South Halm Avenue. Upon arrival, they learned that 31-year-old Lavelle Adams had attempted to break into a home and then smashed a window to enter his elderly neighbor's residence, causing her to flee. Shortly after, the neighbor's house was set on fire.
Open the door.
Advise them that I'm entering. Not move, sir. Not move. Not move. Grab your ass off. Face away from me.
Los Angeles Fire Department personnel arriving on scene also observed Adams inside. When officers attempted to take him into custody, Adams, armed with a knife, lunged toward them, prompting one officer to deploy 2 beanbag shotgun rounds. Adams then barricaded himself inside while remaining armed.
Hey, let me see your hands, man. Let me see your hands. Put your hands up.
I don't care. Stand up. I don't care. Stand up.
Hey, don't do anything stupid. Keep your hands up. Don't move.
Metropolitan Division (SWAT) teams established containment around the residence. Adams exited through a side window covered with a blanket, ignoring repeated commands to show his hands and drop the blanket. Verbal warnings regarding the use of force were issued, but Adams did not comply. Instead, he raised a large butcher knife and charged the officers, triggering an officer-involved shooting alongside the deployment of a TASER. Adams was struck by gunfire, fell, and dropped the knife. Los Angeles Fire Department TEMS personnel assessed him immediately and confirmed he was deceased. No officers or civilians were injured during the incident.
Drop that blanket, you're gonna get hit. If you move, it's gonna... Drop the blanket now! If you don't drop that blanket, you're gonna get hit. If you move, it's gonna...
It's please, come out. Come out with your hands up. Come out with your hands up.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. On March 21, 2024, just after 7:30 a.m., police responded to a 911 call reporting a homicide inside a hotel room at the Holiday Inn Express on Southeast 17th Street. The suspect, 44-year-old Carl Kludinsky of Margate, claimed his wife was being sexually assaulted and threatened to kill anyone approaching his room. Body camera footage shows multiple Fort Lauderdale officers in tactical gear approaching the door with rifles and handguns drawn.
Pull back, pull back. Second mask. It's please, come out with your hands up.
As officers ordered, "Hands up! Let me see your hands." Kludinsky opened the door holding a cell phone in one hand and a firearm in the other. A gunfight ensued, with Kludinsky firing from inside the room while officers returned fire. During the exchange, Officer Jack DeCristofalo was struck and transported to a local hospital, later released in stable condition.
Come out with your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! God! Shut fire. Stand by. Push.
SWAT officers entered the room and found Kludinsky deceased. No other individuals were present. Officer Pascal France sustained minor injuries unrelated to gunfire and was treated on the scene. The incident highlights the dangers officers face during high-risk, active shooter-type situations and remains under investigation.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! God! Shut fire. Stand by. Push. Pull back! Get out, pull back, get up.
Listen to your mom.
San Jacinto, California. At 12:56 p.m. on January 3, 2023, Riverside County Sheriff's deputies responded to a domestic disturbance in the 800 block of Minor Street. A woman reported that her boyfriend, 33-year-old Fernando Garcia, was acting erratically and armed with a machete. She managed to escape the home, but Garcia prevented her 12-year-old child from leaving, barricading himself inside with the juvenile.
Suspect long! You got another bang? Hold on, Cody. Give me a bang long.
As deputies attempted to rescue the child, Garcia struck one deputy in the head with a wooden object and swung the machete at another. The Special Enforcement Bureau was called to assist.
In there.
During the rescue, Garcia struck a deputy with the machete, prompting a deputy-involved shooting. The child was unharmed and safely removed from the home. Garcia was transported to a hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. One deputy was treated at the scene, while another was hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries.
Adam 123, go ahead.
Alright, we're positioned just a couple of houses west of. She's trying to call him to have him step out.
Mesa, Arizona. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has released body camera footage showing a deputy-involved shooting that resulted in the death of a 70-year-old man. The incident occurred shortly after 6 p.m. on July the 5th, when deputies were dispatched to a residence near Hiley Road and University Drive, following a call from a woman reporting her husband was acting erratically. The man was later identified as 70-year-old Rodney Liveringhouse.
124, we just had somebody shoot at us. Shaw, I'm going there. Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
In the released footage, deputies arrive at the scene and immediately hear a gunshot from inside the home. Moments later, Liveringhouse exits the residence holding 2 firearms. Deputies can be heard repeatedly ordering him to drop the weapons, but he refused to comply and pointed the guns toward them, escalating the situation.
County 990, one down, starting medical.
Where's the other one at?
Right there.
Okay.
I got lethal.
Okay. First aid.
Go!
Deputies opened fire, striking Liveringhouse. He was quickly transported to a nearby hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. The sheriff's office confirmed that the investigation remains ongoing, noting that the body camera footage offers a clearer view of the tense and dangerous confrontation that unfolded that evening.
Rapid. Scott Street. All units responding, acknowledge on 100. Everybody else, stay on your stations. Again, all units responding. 563 Street.
Indianapolis, Indiana. At approximately 7:20 a.m. on July 24, 2025, officers from the IMPD East District responded to the 4800 block of North Ritter Avenue following reports of a woman shot. The victim was transported to the hospital where she later died. Detectives determined the shooting was the result of a domestic disturbance and broadcasted a suspect description. Shortly before 8 a.m., North District officers located 76-year-old Walter McNary driving the suspect vehicle and attempted a traffic stop. McNary refused to comply, initiating a vehicle pursuit.
Coming right at me. You said Congress? We are...
During the chase, McNary fired multiple times at pursuing officers. He first shot at Officer Robinson on West 29th Street, then at another officer on East Riverside Drive. Continuing onto West Congress Avenue, he fired at least 2 additional rounds toward police units. Officers returned fire as McNary slowed at intersections, but he continued fleeing until abandoning his vehicle and momentarily disappearing from sight. Moments later, McNary reappeared armed and pointed a gun at officers. Officer Robinson discharged his patrol rifle as SWAT units advanced with armored support. After deploying a flashbang and receiving no response, SWAT officers moved in, secured McNary, and rendered medical aid. McNary was transported to a hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Police recovered a rifle near his body, a handgun inside his vehicle, and confirmed 2 patrol cars sustained damage. Remarkably, no officers or civilians were injured during the incident.
Hold traffic. Hold traffic. No reaction. Hold traffic. You guys good with moving up and taking it? Yes. Yep. All right. I'm going to stay behind you guys and take it.
Hey, show us your hands!
Phoenix, Arizona. On March 14, 2023, Phoenix police officers were dispatched to a residence near 67th Avenue and Camelback Road following multiple 911 calls reporting a violent family disturbance. The final caller, identified as the suspect's sister, stated that her brother was armed with a gun and a knife and was threatening others inside the home. As officers arrived in the area, gunfire erupted at a nearby convenience store. Employees confirmed that a suspect matching the family dispute description had shot a man.
Stop! He threw the gun! He threw the gun!
With assistance from a police helicopter, officers tracked the suspect fleeing towards 67th Avenue and Mariposa Street. The man was seen holding a handgun to his head and ignoring repeated commands to drop it, prompting 2 officers to open fire. The suspect briefly disappeared but was soon located again. taser was deployed, allowing officers to safely subdue and arrest him. He was transported to a hospital for evaluation and released without gunshot injuries. After receiving medical clearance, the suspect was booked on multiple charges related to the family disturbance, the convenience store shooting, and resisting arrest. The store victim sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Police recovered the knife from the residence and the firearm and its magazine near where the suspect was taken into custody. Both involved officers are assigned to the Maryvale Estrella Mountain Precinct with 6 years and 3.5 years of service, respectively. Saratoga Springs, NY, at approximately 3 a.m. on November the 20th, 2022, an off-duty Rutland County Sheriff's deputy was involved in a violent altercation with 3 men at the intersection of Caroline Street and Broadway. The confrontation began as a barroom dispute that spilled outside, where the deputy displayed his firearm. One of the men produced a gun and opened fire, prompting the deputy to return fire. Authorities reported that 7 to 8 rounds were exchanged during the encounter. Saratoga Springs police officers who were patrolling the nearby nightlife district responded immediately after hearing gunfire. Upon arrival, the off-duty deputy, who was not in uniform, was still armed. Despite repeated commands to drop the weapon, he refused to comply, leading officers to open fire. The deputy was struck 10 times, including once in the chest, but remained conscious and was expected to survive. His girlfriend sustained a grazing wound and was also reported in stable condition.
Show your hands! Show your hands! All of you! That is you too! Hey! Throw it out like him! Throw it out like him! Do it! We have multiple at gunpoint.
The Utica man involved in the shooting was also wounded. All 3 individuals injured during the incident were transported to a hospital and listed in stable condition. According to Saratoga Springs Police Sergeant Paul Veach, the officers who discharged their weapons have been placed on administrative leave pending an internal investigation to determine whether departmental protocols were followed.
53A from exit 9.
Hi, how you doing? Did you call us?
Los Angeles, California, on August 19th, 2019, at about 4:15 p.m., LAPD Mission Division patrol officers responded to a family dispute call on the 13,100 block of Ottoman Street. They spoke with the reporting party, who directed them to 26-year-old Carlos Torres Jr. Officers found Torres on the front porch and tried to engage him in conversation.
Hi, sir. You live here? Yes. Oh, is this your son? Yes. What's going on?
After several minutes, Torres retreated inside while pulling a concealed handgun from his waistband. He then pointed the weapon at officers and fired, sparking the first officer involved shooting OIS. Torres fled through the neighborhood, and as he ran west on Ottoman Street, a second OIS occurred.
You want to talk? Huh?
Okay, can we? Carlos.
You have permission to go in the house if you wish to go in the house.
Okay, do you want... Shots fired, officer needs help.
Am I done to roof?
Alright.
Go, check over there.
Right here.
Torres continued into a residential property and moved toward an alley. Responding Foothill Division gang enforcement officers spotted him near Arleta Avenue. Once again, Torres raised his handgun toward the officers, prompting a third OIS. He collapsed in the alley and was taken into custody without further resistance.
There's a male Hispanic with a shot in the alley. Search of Bradford or Arlington.
Put the brake, put the brake. He has a gun. He's a gun, I guess.
Paramedics arrived shortly after and pronounced Torres deceased. A .22 caliber handgun was recovered at the scene. No officers or bystanders were injured. LAPD's Force Investigation Division, along with the Office of the Inspector General, responded to conduct a thorough investigation.
Able, cover now, middle of the intersection, Brookhaven, and...
Okay, drop the cane. 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 Drop the cane.
San Diego, California. The San Diego Police Department has released body-worn camera footage showing an officer firing 2 rounds and deploying a taser during an encounter with 44-year-old Maurice Littlejohn, who was suspected of sexual battery and threatening officers in the Bay Terraces neighborhood. At approximately 7:30 p.m. on July 7th, a 911 caller reported that Littlejohn, allegedly under the influence of drugs, had entered her home and attempted to assault her. A department helicopter located him in a nearby parking lot, yelling and waving a cane. When officers arrived, Littlejohn initially dropped the cane but refused further commands.
Oh, he's got a knife. He's got a knife. Stay lethal. Stay lethal.
Shoot me! Shoot me!
40 more seconds deployed. You got it off. You're under arrest. Go taser. Yep. He's reaching. Stop!
Body cam footage shows Littlejohn pulling an object from his pocket, identified by officers as a knife. A taser was deployed but proved ineffective, and Littlejohn ran through the apartment complex. Officer Trevor Gallagher ordered him to stop and, believing the suspect had drawn a handgun, fired 2 rounds which missed.
Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! He's going for my taser!
Let go!
Littlejohn continued toward Meadowbrook Drive, turned again, and raised an object before throwing it down, later identified as a cell phone. Officers pursued and subdued him after a brief struggle. Littlejohn was treated for minor injuries before being booked into San Diego Central Jail. He faces multiple charges, including burglary, sexual battery, resisting arrest, and assault with a deadly weapon, and remains in custody without bail.
There's 3 officers, 97, still uncooperative.
Still uncooperative.
Plan 40 on code.
K9 is code.
Asher,
Asher, are you available for flyover? We can report to the westbound.
diverting to that call as well.
Able, cover now, middle of the intersection, Brookhaven and South Meadowbrook.
Join us for our thrilling shoots if you crave more heart-pounding action and breathtaking excitement. Don't go anywhere because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned so you don't miss out on the next shocking moments coming your way soon.